Oh boy, good morning everybody. John here at Havokmkr Studio, and I did a video yesterday, actually a couple videos. It was April 1st, April Fools, and as usual Games Workshop puts out something in regards to April Fools. That's always really good. Even way back when they had those spray guns, and they had the multi-spray gun that had 4 of them on there, and you could just use it to fully paint a model in one spray. It was really stupid, but it was really funny. They always have some really good stuff, and I know I'm hard on a small percentage of the community, and I'm hard on Games Workshop as a business, but one thing that I'm not hard on is the quality of their models and their lore, even when they retcon things to make it fit better, so to speak, or to fix some of errors that they might have had in their timeline. Because remember, they were really the breadth of humanity, but really the timeline that we really focus on is from really the Horus Heresy up till right now in the 41st millennium. Now, yeah, we go back and deal with like the age of technology or the age of darkness and all that kind of stuff, but you know, we focus mainly on the current era. Now, Games Workshop about 2018 had their Reset the Clocks video. Really funny, and I talked about this yesterday, that they had the Plastic Sisters of Battle, Plastic Thunderhawk, and the Squats. Well, so far, as I said in that previous video yesterday, that Plastic Sisters of Battle, we got them. The Plastic Thunderhawk, we got it. In a sense, yes, it is for Aeronautica Imperialis, but we still got it. They didn't lie. And yesterday we had the Squats video, which was very amusing. We watched it here on the channel, and it was giggle worthy. But I did make the comment that, paraphrasing here, that it's probably basically a double bluff, that or a shell game. There are different types of metaphors and analogies, different types of terminology we could use to describe it, but basically it's a double bluff. And they did it. Unless this is a very a long game fake, they've actually done it. Now, Squats have not gone away in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. Them as a army has, and we're going to revisit some of that here in just a moment. The army itself, to be able to play it, has gone away because there's a point in Games Workshop's history, and it's definitely under Tom Kirby's direction, that they wanted to start pulling away from having fantasy and the 40K universe, sci-fi universes being so similar. So they got rid of the Squat army because it's like, come on, let's at least have something different. They got rid of Space Dwarves, they got rid of Zotes and a few other stuff. But the Squats have always been around, mainly in we've seen them pop up in the Necromunda line, and you know, even in the history, there was a Dark Angels book out, I think by Graham McNeil a few years ago, and the orcs are battling the Squats in the opening chapter. I can't remember the name of the book, but it was a Dark Angels book. And we know that the Tyranids had destroyed the Squats' home world or home worlds, but never really wiped them out, but devastated them enough to where, you know, it was like kaput. That was really their way of kind of eliminating them at the time, and kind of putting a nail in the coffin just for the moment. And so over the years, we've seen some Squat models pop up, mainly, like I said, Necromunda. And of course, we have the white dwarf model that appears every holiday season. So we know they haven't gone away. But they surprised us. But first, let's just kind of do a little quick revisit to the Squats. I remember them. I never bought them when I first got into Warhammer 40,000 back in 1988. Yes, I'm dating myself, and I'm very proud to say I've been involved in the hobby since then. But I thought they were always a cool army. They were basically like Imperial Guard. right? And actually, there was, if I remember correctly, you can get commissar squads or the commissar cadet squads to go along with them, and commissars. There was a lot of cool things. I mean, here's even some old, very old art. See, everybody had a rhino back then, by the way, except for Eldar. I don't think they had rhinos. Oh yeah, I think they did actually. I remember a Harlequin rhino. I could be wrong. But you can see them equipped with the old school las guns without the buttstock, very classic looking. You got a commissar looking at them as a crap ton of them pile out of that rhino like it's a clown car. They were called Space Dwarves back then. 36 detailed plastic miniatures. We're going to take a look at the sprues here in just a minute. This is just a real quick nostalgia before we get to the meat of the matter. And they had the trikes, and the bikes were really it was really dumb, but it was also really cool concept. Pretty much just like Space Marine bikes and Chaos Space Marine bikes. They had bolters on them, or you had there was a trike with a kind of like the Space Marine attack bike. It had a mounted tripod weapon, kind of like those we just saw in the Necromunda Ash Waste box. I forget what the name of that gang is, but they had the quads with the a weapon mounted on the back, pintle mounted weapon on the back. Well, I think we'll see that here in just a second, but really cool concept. I mean, they were hokey looking back in the day, but imagine what they could do nowadays if they do it. Here's another good example. Some of the models, the exo armor, were basically like their power armor / Terminator armor. They had all the other things. They had their medics, officers, plasma guns, anything that the Imperial Guard had, they had, minus this big suits of power armor, or for them, exo armor. Will we see that in this new thing coming up? I don't know, but you can still see. Look at these models. I mean, they're really all over the place, and a lot of the metal models were originally back from the Rogue Trader era. So you see things like the Earth Guard, the Warlord, a pirate model. It actually looks kind of like a Belgium or early World War One maybe era spiky helmet thing, adventurers that look like Talaran, the desert riders for Imperial Guard. Really cool stuff, at least back in the day. Nowadays I look at it, I'm like, I mean, there's some nostalgia there, but I don't think I would want to get involved in it. Then we had here's all the different bikes a little closer up. They even had a look how bad that is. Here in the center screen, squat in exo armor with bolter and lance on a trike. I mean, he's not even, there's no handlebars. He's just sitting in there. It's so dumb looking, but it's so awesome. And then of course we got the squats on bike there's the trike with the pinto mounted on the back. Really cool. I'm digging it. They even had all the various heavy weapons that Space Marines had. So it was a combination of the Imperial forces back in the day. Now here's like their old sprue. You were only getting the heavy bolter out of this whole thing, but you're getting 36 models. And so I'm not sure how many heavy bolters, but probably a lot. Probably 6 heavy bolters, I imagine. Really very simple design, head, body, arms, and a weapon. Now we get a lot more, very nice, lots of extra bits for what we're paying for. It allows us to do a lot more conversions. But back in the day, this was awesome. And if you can get your hands on a box of these, oh man, you're probably paying a pretty penny, but it's still really freaking awesome. Here's some old Rogue Trader era, what we would call first edition rules, combat squads, 215 points per squad. I wouldn't even know how to get all this or compare points right now, but there you'll notice that there's a couple extra stats in there. There is intelligence, I forget a willpower, and I forget what CL was. And of course, you have your initiative. I mean, everything that we've gotten rid of, and you could deck them out big time. It was a lot of fun back in those days. They even had the tarantulas, really some really crazy things that you can do, and you can really end up paying a lot of points for a very small amount of troops or at least in Rogue Trader. And we even had them into second edition when that rolled out. I want to say 90. Let's see, I was in college. I want to say 92. I think that was 92 that rolled out, might be in 93. And there wasn't a lot left, right? They didn't, there wasn't a lot of material for them to work on anymore as they were starting to phase them out. And then that was it. There was no more army list. There might have been some like fan made stuff, but nothing official, nothing most people outside of those fan made groups of friends and such would be actually playing with. So the other day, Games Workshop yesterday put out their April Fool's thing, and they had a great little video that was really confusing on some stuff. There was Tyranid stuff, there was some Battlefield Gothic stuff, there was some weird deaths. I don't, there's a couple things that just did not make sense in the whole video, but at the very end, we saw the squat. Well, it's April 2nd, and the 41st Millennium's next faction is real. Here's a model to prove it. And that's what I was talking about yesterday, coming full circle for this video. Thank you for waiting. I said it's very likely we're going to see that faction. It's probably going to be a neutral faction, and we would probably see it this year or next year going into 10th edition. The rules will probably be set up for 10th edition. Let's take a look. Are you ready for this? We're not gonna watch the video again. But oh wait, sorry. What's April Fool's? Oh, I bet you this is a totally new video from yesterday. Oh, it is. Oh, we get to watch this together for 47 seconds. Oh man, this will be cool if it's more than just what we saw. Oh, okay, it is slightly different. Dude, he looks badass. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, okay, there's a whole bunch of that we're not seeing. I mean, we're seeing, but we're not seeing the full thing. Oh, this is really cool. Oh, man, what is that? All right. Let's take a look at the model because I want to be able to look at this in full size here. So I'm not going to read the things that I want to take away from the article. I highly recommend you go ahead and read the article. Leagues of Votan. I'm assuming I'm pronouncing that right. That weapon, my first impression, it's a bolter, but looking at the magazine or canister there, they might have some sort of beam or energy weapons. And if you're not familiar, the squats, or I'm guessing Votan, whatever they're calling them, they had access to technology that the Imperium never did. They managed to retain a lot of that technology lost during the Age of Darkness or whatever that era was, and that really set them apart from the Imperium because they had all that lost technology, and they were able to reproduce it, which was something that you would expect with space dwarfs, right? Let's take a look at a closer look of the model. We see some sort of grenade on the back. He's got some sort of las pistol, probably. The armor looks like probably something similar to, what's the armor that somebody here, come on, put it in the comments below. I'm trying to think of it from Necromunda. I think they call them the Palatine Enforcers now. They used to be or at least that's their new version of the Adeptus Arbites, and that's what it kind of looks like. It's not flak armor, but it's not power armor. It's somewhere in between. Composite armor, some sort of combat armor, offers a great deal more protection than probably what obviously flak armor but less than power armor. So I'm going to probably say this is probably going to be about a 4+ armor. I'm guessing. That energy weapon, where I'm betting you, is probably going to have a short range, but it's probably going to be strength 4, strength 5, whatever that is. Probably a short range, but very powerful. Looking at it and getting that kind of idea of what they're probably aiming for the squats to be is probably going to be a short range, powerful weapon. And we're probably going to see that a lot. Now, we're going to see this according to the article. As I read, and once again, I'm going to say you guys need to read it. Age of Strife is what that era that they have all that technology. We won't be seeing this probably later down this year, but we'll get some snippets as we go forward. We'll probably skip over most of April, and then going into May, which is the end of their fiscal year, going into June, we'll probably see a little bit. So we'll start picking up the pace. This might be. I don't think it's going to be our summer release. I think our summer release is going to be the Horus Heresy. I think this will be probably third quarter. So what's that? July, August, September. Yeah, July, August. Yeah. Well, our third quarter, I think their second quarter. No. You know what? The quarter thing, later on this year, we'll probably see a lot more. And if they're going to be released this year, then it'll probably be near right probably as we get closer to the fall. I wouldn't even doubt that there'll be kind of like what they did with the Sisters of Battle and the Black Templar come November, Black Friday. There'll be a box set. It'll be an expensive box set, but it'll have the codex. It'll have probably about 30 miniatures in it that are exclusive at that time, but you're going to be able to get later on. So start saving your money right now. I imagine about $200 is what that box is going to be. So just go ahead and start saving now, a couple bucks a month. Or a couple bucks per paycheck, and by November, you guys should be good. That is my guess. Will that happen? No idea, guys. No idea. But I'm still kind of excited to see this. Is it enough to bring me back to Warhammer 40,000? Possibly. There's a bit of nostalgia there. Like I said, I never played it. Played those that army, but it's an oddball army, and I like the underdogs. I like the oddball stuff. Besides Space Marines, I might give it a try, at least enough to build up an army, paint it, base it to a high quality, and then turn around and sell it like I usually do. Anyways, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Is this a long game that they're doing, that it's actually just a big joke, or is it legit? And what do you think about the squats? What are you thinking about their weapons, their technology? Did you ever play squats back in the day? I know there's some old school people here. So let me know what you think down in the comments below, and I will talk to you guys sometime next week. Have a great weekend. I'll see you guys later.